there, listeners. It's your annoyingly optimistic host here, bringing you another season of the Annoyingly Optimistic Show. Welcome to Season 2, Voicemails to Tim. Now, let's meet Tim. He's been running his own small business for almost 3 years now, and let's just say he's hit a bit of a rough patch. You know how it is. Sometimes you get so stuck, you make yourself busy and just avoid finding the real problems. Well, that's Tim. So as a good friend, I decided to leave him a daily voicemail, if I can't get hold of him, filled with nuggets of inspiration, insight and wisdom, and downright brilliant ideas to help get him unstuck. Every day, in just under 10 minutes, I'll share some tips, tricks, and a healthy dose of optimism to get Tim, and maybe even you, back on track. Because let's face it, we're all a little tired, in need of help, and muddling through. So here we go. Oh wait, never mind. Tim's being busy. Here's the voicemail I left him today. Hola, Tim. I think it was bonjour the other day when I spoke to you or left a message for you. I was just trying to mix it up a bit. So hope you're well, Tim. And thanks for the message you sent me the other day. And you're away for a couple of days. I'm still going to leave you some voicemails anyway. So hope you find them useful on your return. Well-earned break. I wanted to talk today, and there's been a number of times I've left these voicemails for you where I've kind of, I wish I'd said that. Or I wish I'd said that. And I could have, gone back and deleted the voicemail or stopped it and rung you back or whatever, or sent you 6 messages afterwards to add some more things. But it's always more important for me when I get the ideas to share them with you and share hopefully the energy and the passion and give you enough to make you ask a question or, just basically inspire you or give you some insight or just some ideas or whatever. And that's what I wanted to talk about today is not chasing perfection. These aren't perfect, and I invariably I will ramble on sometimes and I will say the same thing multiple times in slightly different ways. But it's about getting it out there. And this chasing perfection is, I think it's one of the things personally that I've seen anyway. It's one of those things that even though many people won't say they're chasing perfection, I think it's something which causes procrastination, and it does really stop people in their tracks. Because if deep down you've got within you there is this perfectionist, the easiest thing in the world is not to start. Because if you don't start, you never have to worry about making it perfect. And so those tasks get put off, those things that might stretch you, that become difficult at the end and things like that. And this is where, I've talked before about taking action rather than just kind of planning. It's in that same kind of thing. Planning is important, but not to the point of all you ever do is plan. And perfection is a kind of a nuance of that, I really want to put this new product out or put this new service out, but there's so many moving parts and I want to get it just right and perfect and all the rest of it. And guess what? Perfection rarely happens, but equally, you've got to get it out there. You've got to put something out there. Case in point, I'm launching something in a couple of weeks' time. And when I launch it, I'm not going to have the shiny super workflows and websites behind it. I will have a single page there and I will put it out there and I will be able to explain it and people will be able to see what it is and they'll be able to go, yes, that's something I really, really want, and they'll be able to pay money. Fantastic. It achieves that basic aim. But it's not the all singing, all dancing as if I'm, been going for 10 years with this particular thing. Because if no one's interested in it, then great. I've saved myself a big chunk of time and a big chunk of, money by not developing something to absolute perfection. But I've just launched it. I've got it out there and I've got it in front of people, and the customers will tell me whether, this is amazing, I want this, or not that worried. So chasing perfection, you're better to get it out there and test, get it out there and get feedback, get it out there and tweak it and adapt it. Because that way you end up with a better product, a better service, but also you're not stifling yourself. You're not getting yourself stuck by chasing something which invariably is unattainable. Nothing was ever perfect. I'm going to give a potentially bad example, but if you if you go with me with this one, the iPhone. You know, each iPhone, and take the first 10 iPhones, 7 or 8 iPhones, where they were developing more than they are now. You know, each one of those was not perfect. Each one, there was technology around which would have made that one that's just been launched a little bit better. But because it takes so long to get to that point, they have to make a choice of going, well, this is the best one we can launch right now. Now, again, there is a business and a financial pressure on there to, you know, well, we can save some of these features till kind of future. But if the phone that they first launched on version 1 and then the 2G and the 3G version, if they were awful, they wouldn't have sold. You know, so they were good enough. They were great. They weren't perfect. They didn't have all the features and all the rest of it. Because if you were chasing a perfect iPhone or chasing a perfect MacBook or whatever, they wouldn't exist. Because they would be constantly in development and going, oh, well, if we just wait 6 months, we'll have that next feature. And, oh, we're almost at 6 months, but we can almost do that now. And they'd never release anything because there would always be something slightly better just further down the line. And that's the trap that we can get into on a business. It's always, oh, I want it to be that version of perfect or that version of amazing. And, well, there's just that. And if I just had a bit more time there, I could make that a bit better. Get it out there, get it in front of people, and then spend that extra time. Because guess what? The feedback might come back that they're not interested in that thing you were going to polish and polish and polish. They're interested in something over here, and it's more important to tweak that, develop that, and evolve that than the thing that you were originally focusing on. So it's important to get things, you know, good, get things even potentially great. But it's not a case of getting them to perfection. It's not a case of trying to get everything completely sewn up, because there will be things that you miss, things that you hadn't spotted, things that will develop in different ways, and potentially things that just customers aren't interested in. So don't waste your time on those things. Get it good enough, get it good, get it as good, if not better than your competitors, but then get it out there, get it in front of people, get that feedback. Don't chase, you know, this unobtainable perfection if it's something that's slowing you down time and time and time again. If you're really worried about, call the thing a test, call it a beta, call it an alpha, call it a pilot, because that in that very nature, you will get people interested, but also it changes people's perceptions of what they're buying, what they're, you know, investing into, because you're already prefacing it with the fact that I'm just testing this out, and therefore it changes those expectations. And if they go, oh my God, this is amazing, you've got to do this, fantastic, that's the feedback you want. If you go and go, yeah, I can see you're testing it out, it's not really there yet, then cool, ask them for that feedback and why, where's it lacking, and continue developing. And again, it's change, it's, you know, that energy, but it's not trying to be perfect, because perfect generally doesn't do you any good when you chase that. So I hope that helps, Tim, and I shall catch up with you soon. Bye for now. And that's it for today's episode of Voicemails to Tim on the Annoyingly Optimistic Show. Now remember, Tim might be busy, but we're all in this together. Whether you're tired, in need of help, or just muddling through, Tim is here for you because, well, Tim is you. Yes, you heard that right. Tim isn't just my friend, he's a reflection of all of us who are struggling to make it work. TIM stands for tired, in need of help, and muddling through. So if you're feeling like a Tim, you're not alone. For all those ambitious listeners, if you've got a burning business question, a quirky thought, or just want to see if you can leave an even weirder voicemail, head over to the website voicemailstotim.com, submit your question, and maybe, just maybe, you'll hear your idea in a future Voicemail to Tim. So until then, stay annoyingly optimistic, keep pushing forward, and remember, if life gives you lemons, leave a voicemail about it.